Alright, so replay reviews for Kiwwi. Not sure if this is ranked or cash, but we'll see how it goes. Let's get right into it. The kickoff's not bad. It looks like you got supersonic in your landing right before the ball, which is good. But it did look a little awkward to me. Doesn't really look like a perfect speed flip. Like, yeah, I don't know. It just looks a little odd. But the main problem here is where you're hitting the ball at. Let's get it to slow-mo. So you're way too far to the right. You're at a good height though. You're kind of you want to be like right in the center, just below the center line, so that's good. But look, he's directly in the center, and you're way too far to the right, so he's just gonna destroy you on this. So how can you fix that? Basically, you just want to hit the ball more in the center. Yeah, going way too far to the right, you're barely making contact, and he's directly on, so it's just not gonna work. Your kickoff approach here may have worked if he was all the way over here on the right, like trying to flip into it left. But yeah, you're just way too far over to the right. Just try and hit the ball more in the center. It does go right to your teammate though, so that's good. But just because it went right to your teammate doesn't mean you don't want to fix your kickoffs. That still wasn't really a good kickoff. All right, this is already not good. You shouldn't be going all the way back for your corner when the play is happening up here. So this is just a spacing issue. In twos, you want to be behind your teammate, ready to make a play on whatever they do. So you going all the way back here is putting him in a bad spot. He can't really do much. Like he can try and follow this, but you're all going to be all the way back there, and you're not going to be able to impact the play in any way. So yeah, it comes over here, and where are you? You're still all the way back here, whenever you really should be like right here, and then you'd have a free ball. So this is just a spacing issue that you want to keep in mind. Yeah, right here, instead of going for the boost, I would have instantly turned and started picking up small pads, like 1, 2, then wait for whatever happens here. It's like you're driving up, picking up this small pad, now you're here, and you're ready for a free ball. But instead you're all the way back here. So yeah, I would have just turned. And right here, right before you look away, you can just see that you're too far away. Like you see him going in the corner, but you're here going for boost. And I don't know what that was. You're kind of a little slow. Maybe like looked away for a second. But yeah, look, now you're all the way back here. Your teammate is all the way up there, upfield, and now you have to save. Now they have so much space. They can do whatever they want. They can take their time here, and they're just really slow. I don't know why. That guy took forever to get to it. So you get a good 50. That's good. That's a poor touch. Just bad contact. It was a good try, though. Just a little bit too quick for your own good, I think. I like this touch, this one here. But again, you're just going a little bit too quickly for your own good. So like, yeah, your mechanics are crazy, but these are the little things that you need to work on to get better. Like, how is what you're doing here going to help your teammate? If you're rushing too quickly, you're getting too far underneath the ball, when instead you want to be like here. You want to hit the very bottom of the ball, just like up closest to you a little bit, kind of where that blue dot is. But instead you're hitting the ball like straight underneath and it's not going anywhere. So you just went too quickly for it. If we look at it one more time. So yeah, you're going too quickly. You're too underneath the ball instead of a little bit further back to get a more powerful touch. So now your touch just goes straight up, and now your teammate is really confused. Like he's in a pretty bad spot because if he goes for this, he commits to this. You're not even recovering that quickly. You're not ready to get back yet. And so look, he does commit for it, and now you guys are wide open to get scored on. Thankfully, he gets back. They did not take advantage of that well. But look, now you're both commit. You both just committed, so you double commit in twos. There's nobody back for this. If this was threes, this is a fine play from him. But your poor setup led to him getting nervous and wanting to commit when he really shouldn't have. And now you both have to try and get back. So really this whole play stemmed from this touch right here. From these two touches, just going too quickly. Like that is not a good touch. You might as well just not have hit the ball. I would just say take your time a little bit more. And also this is really bad. So if there's a general rule that I usually think of, and it's for spacing and positioning in twos. You see your teammate in front of you, right? So you're the last back. You need to be defending your net at all times because you never know. Someone might get a really good shot and you're just not expecting it. You're really far upfield here and your teammate's in their corner. So you need to play safe. I would like maybe turn here to the right, get over towards the wall to cover this area while your teammate can rotate back and get behind you. You always want to have someone in the back. So you're kind of just diving in on this play because you see him, he's starting to rotate back, your teammate's starting to rotate back. And now this guy is way, way closer to the ball than you. So this is really easy for him to read what you're going to do. He could easily just hit this over you with one pop as you get closer. Yeah, and you just dive in and don't do anything. So I would not be surprised if you got scored on because of it. I'd say the better play here, you're rotating back, you see your teammate go, now you instantly turn, that's good. But now right here, you're still facing forward towards their net instead of to the right to the wall to cover whatever comes next. So now you're having to quickly react like, okay, I need to get to this quick because he's about to flick it over me. Um, but again, you kind of just go too quick and he just gets it right over you. Probably have to double jump a little bit earlier here if you're going to commit for this. So all in all, your teammate was in front of you. You shouldn't have even gone. First of all, you're too far straight here, pointed straight when you should be pointed right. Now you have to realize that you point right to correct, and you're not there fast enough. You could have just not gone for this at all. Like right about here, you could have just turned and shadowed and been like right here for whatever comes, and then you could have taken it to your corner. So honestly, this one's on you. That's a better kickoff. I really like this one. But let's take a closer look at the impact, just to make sure. Yeah, it's not bad. I think you're just a little too low. Maybe you should have single jumped like a second, like half a second earlier, a quarter of a second earlier, to get a little bit higher on the ball. But this works. It's going right to your teammate. Again, here's another big, big problem that I already see that is one of your bad habits is your spacing in twos. Just take a look at this picture. Everybody's up here. The play is going on up here, and you're all the way back here going for boost. Like you cannot help your teammate at all here. And if he doesn't do anything and they control the ball, it's going to be really easy for them to 1v2 you. So I would say the main thing I'm noticing so far is your spacing / positioning. I don't know what this is. Here's another instance, your teammate's in front of you. You see him in front of you. So that means you need to play a little bit more defensive, give him some time to get behind you. But you're kind of just diving in, and I don't know, this is just really bad contact on the ball. It's a really bad 50 attempt. Like maybe you thought he was going, but he's not. So you kind of just rushed in too quickly and you've done nothing. And now you have to rotate. And now you're not ready for this. Yeah, now it's awkward. Yeah, really awkward. You shouldn't be rotating and half flipping to get to a ball like this. And you didn't even get to it, so it's just completely worthless. What could you do better? I would say like right as soon as you get, let's see, right as soon as you get here, you need to just like stop and brake and wait for the ball to come to you, and then you'd be able to turn more quickly to your left if you were already facing this direction, but instead you're facing out. But the play is not going out this way; it's coming to you. So you should just stop and let it come to you. Then you would have been able to collect it for free. So pay attention to where your car is facing, because that's gonna determine like how quickly you can turn to your left or right to react. And right here, you weren't able to react at all. Yeah, and you're definitely getting beat to that, so it's good you didn't jump. This is fine, as long as you get the boost. I like this a lot. I really like this, but I think you should have tried to go lower, because you see the guy on the backboard, but you're literally just air dribbling it right to him. And it's over the crossbar anyway, so there's no way you're scoring this. You should have just tried to go low. You're rotating ball side here, the side of the field that the ball is on, which works sometimes, and it can be good, but let's see how it plays out here. Yeah, it's good, because you kind of correct and you go around in a circle more to rotate. This is good. Could be a goal. Sheesh. That's clean. Damn. Really nice double. Great read. So now imagine if you had just scored that. You have great offense. You just score it. You'd be up 1-0 right now if you hadn't given up that first goal in the beginning because you dove in on that challenge when your teammate wasn't back yet. Not really a great kickoff. You're too far to the left, and you're way too far at the bottom. You need to jump like at the center line of the ball, like right below the center line. Let me see if I can. Oh shoot. Um, Hold on. Does that work? Yeah. So like right there, right below that blue line is where you want to be hitting the ball. So you're hitting it at the bottom. So if the other guy goes high, you're just getting destroyed here. But thankfully he kind of went kind of low too. Like if you look at his impact point, that yellow, you'd want to be right above that, just a little bit, right under that blue line. So you both went kind of low, so that's why he beat you because he was higher. So you definitely want to work on your kickoffs a little bit. You want to hit it in the center of the ball, right below that line, and pay attention to where they're hitting it because that might give you a clue of whether you need to go more to the left, right, or just dead center. Yeah, so he just destroys you on this. You're too far to the left and too low. It's a good read. Not really, doesn't really have any value though because you're just hitting it to their corner for them to collect easily. Yeah, so I think you should have just taken your time here. Like, yes, this is good mechanics, but there's no value in it. Like, if you had just kept driving, yeah, maybe he would have hit it, but then you might have been able to go like right here and collect it next, get a free ball. But yeah, hitting it to their corner doesn't really do anything. So it's a good beat on the guy who's close to you, try to go for it. It just doesn't really help your team out. Yeah, you're just going too quick here. I think you're just too mechanical, too speedy for your own good sometimes, you know? Like that, the guy who full-time Smurf is out of the play. The other guy is literally facing your net, If you had just taken your time here and came up to the left and like chipped it to your right and then flicked it over him, probably would have been a goal. Well, maybe not because he's kind of close, but it definitely would have been better than just whiffing it completely. Yeah, good try, but leaves you open to counterattack and they get possession. I don't like this at all. You should have just left it for your teammate. It's a good idea, but since your teammate is literally right here, it's just not the play to make. You need to leave this for him. Because, like, from his point of view, he's going for this next, and you're going to be rotating behind him to his right. But instead, you're rotating ball side, and you're trying to help him out, but it just ends up hurting him, and it leads to a goal. So you definitely should have left this for him. You should be rotating to your left back post right now to get behind him. This was better. You're still too low though. That's why I just went straight up. If you jumped and hit the below the center line, this would have been an easy win. It would have gone right over him towards their net. And your teammate whiffs. So if your teammate whiffs, you need to play around that. So he's not going to be behind you recovering for a while, right? So you need to take your time and be smart about it. And I like that. That's just a good play. Again, you're just trying too hard here. Your teammate is literally on the ceiling, kind of going for it. You should not be going here unless you know you can get to this ball faster than the opponent right in front of you. And it looks like you can. You just kind of you went too fast for your own good and messed it up. So it's another instance, like it's just a bad habit of yours. Like you have the mechanics, but you're going too fast and you're messing things up when you shouldn't be. So you need to get more consistent. Like this is just a really weird jump and dodge. It's a good try, but you're just like it's just really bad execution. And it could have led to a goal really easily. This is good. Really good, just bad touch at the end with the direction that it's going. You can kind of see like let me show you. You need to get more consistent with where the nose of your car is hitting the ball on power shots and aerials. So see, you're like right behind it and hitting it here. You're hitting it here instead of underneath it to have it go up further and arc over the guy. So really good speed to get up to this quickly, but just a really bad touch to send it flying. It was close though. And I'm not trying to nitpick on the little things, but I think the little things is how you get more consistent. Otherwise, you're just hitting it literally right to this guy. And giving up possession. It's a good follow-up touch though. Teammate has a clear. Now you're rotating back and around him. Really good speed. Nice little follow touch too. And your teammate takes advantage of it and it's a goal. Nice. Yeah, touches like this where you catch him off guard because like this guy's going for it, but you do that little touch and it throws him off and he goes flying by. Really good. I love doing little touches like that throw people off. And it kind of makes up for this aerial because like yeah, it's good, but you're not going anywhere with it. You're kind of just wasting boost. So this is a good like recovery and get out of jail card to make up for it. Not a bad cheat, maybe a little too far up. Like I would grab this small pad and stop, like break right here. You said you kept going a little bit, which is fine, but then you have more forward momentum and you can't catch up to this ball. It's a bad kickoff from him. You should not jump for this. I don't like this at all. There's no reason to jump for this because there's no way that the opponent is already right here about to shoot it. Yeah, and if you look, they're all the way back here. And it's hard for you to tell that being turned around, but that's just where the game sense comes in. There's no way that these guys are going to be here for this. You just need to drive around, catch it here, take it to your corner, grab the boost, go off the wall, or cut in and then start a dribble. There's just absolutely no reason to go for this. Still works though, because you have good recoveries and momentum here. I don't know if you thought it was. No, I don't think you thought it was in. It's definitely not in. But yeah, really good recovery to get up to this. Really bad touch here. You're kind of just giving them free possession when you could have controlled it better. Like they're all the way back there. You have a lot of space, but you just bang it. And your follow-up is just completely useless too. Very awkward flip. Just kind of too fast for your own good again. And now your teammate's probably confused. Actually, wow, he played that really well. Good turn. Good patience too. Now you baited out the flick. All right, yeah. So look, this is really good. You baited out the flick, but don't go for it. Your teammate, literally, you just saw him turn this direction. It's way easy for him to go for it, and you to go back to the corner and get ready to turn and act on whatever happens next. So you should not be going for this, and it leads to a double commit because your teammate's thinking that he has the best play to make, and he does, and then you go and it just throws things off balance. That's a good touch. This is really nice. Good mechanics there. Man, it's just like you're kind of lost. When in doubt, just rotate. Just literally just rotate. Go straight back this way, rotate back post, and then swing in and be right here to cover the whole net. Instead, you bump him, and it's probably a goal. Okay, it's not a goal, but really bad like rotation and positioning from you. You should just keep going straight and left and hook around to the net. It's a good touch. It's another good touch. Good job not getting demoed. This is really dangerous to go for. There's just no way you're beating one of these guys. They're already way closer to the ball than you. Like you should recognize that you have no shot at scoring this or threatening a shot or 15ing it in. You should just turn and be ready to whatever happens over here. Especially because your teammate just went for it and he's literally up here in the air trying to rotate back. So now you just committed and he was already here. So now you're both upfield in the enemy's territory, and they have all the space and time in the world here to 1v2 your teammate trying to get back. And he has to make a good save. So yeah, it's just, there's no reason for you to commit here. He just went for a play, so you need to realize it's going to take him a second to get back. And there's just no way you're scoring this. So just turn out of the play, turn to your right, and get ready to whatever happens on the wall. You could have grabbed mid boost and then be on the wall for that ball. I don't like this either. You're rotating directly back into your net. You're literally facing your net head on, which is just not good. It's not proper rotation. So you should be coming straight back and then swinging like along these small pads here, and then being here to cover the whole net. Rotating back directly straight into your net is never good. It just minimizes what you can cover. Nice try from your teammate. You're kind of lost here. As soon as you see that this doesn't work, you should not be turning right. I don't know why you turned right back this way. There's nothing happening over here. It's in your side of the field. You need to be rotating like this. And then you'd be right here, waiting for whatever happens, and then you could continue driving upfield. But instead you made this awkward like 360 turn. It just cost you like a second or two from being where you should be. You got to where you should be. It's just a little bit delayed. Here again, you're just going way too fast for your own good. Trying to be way too mechanical. There's just no need. Yeah, you should have just taken a second longer. You would have been able to read it better and score the open net like right here. So that seems like that's another bad habit of yours. Since you have good mechanics, you're confident, but your execution is bad on a lot of these plays. It's a good pass to your teammate here, though. Yeah, your teammate gets a really good 50, and then it's real easy for you to pass it to him. Nice. Nice. I don't know what that guy is doing. There's no way he's a smurf and he just lets you do that. It's a good job taking advantage of his bad positioning, though. Bad reaction time. Again, it's just like first couple instances in the beginning of the game, you're just way too far away from the play here. You're all the way back here, grabbing your boost when you should be like right here. You should be like right here, driving up, ready to for whatever happens. See your teammate go, then you go. But instead you're way, way out of the play. This is good right here. Now that you finally caught up, this is good positioning. It's a good challenge. You almost kind of missed, but you got it. Now your teammate's in a 1v2. So this was good. You just want to get more contact because you really just passed it right to that guy. Put your teammate in a bad position. Alright, and that's pretty much the end of the game. Okay, so I know I'm kind of like nitpicking a lot of things, like a lot of the little things, and I don't want you to take offense to that. This is just what I'm seeing, and I think there's a lot of things you can improve on. I think your mechanics are really good. I think your execution of those mechanics, like at the last second where it really counts, like where you're hitting the ball, really needs some work. I think you just need to slow down a little bit and take your time. Like obviously, you still want to play fast and beat your opponents, get to the ball faster than them. Um, but yeah, it just seems like you have the right idea on a lot of these plays, but your execution, like at the last second where it really counts, is just a little off. And you'll get better at doing that, and you'll become more consistent. And then the other major thing that really stands out to me is your spacing. You might just want to like look up a YouTube video like to his positioning and spacing, rotating, because like yeah, you're good at it, but sometimes you're just way too far away from the play when you really shouldn't be. It just you have way less of a chance of following up on your teammates' play and helping them out. And in twos, being able to react to what happens, what your teammate does, and then being able to follow up on that while allowing them time to get back behind you is just crucial. Because if you can keep doing that over and over, then you'll become more consistent and play better with randoms. Um, so yeah, I would just say execution of your mechanical plays, challenges, beating people in the air, stuff like that, needs some work because a lot of the times it looks good and it's a good idea, but it just you either end up passing it right to them or putting yourself out of the play for a while your teammate's struggling to defend on his own. Um, so hopefully that helped. I haven't done replay review in a while, so I could be wrong on a couple of things. But that's just my general impressions. Those are the things that you need to work on. I hope that helped.